Well, the radar says the heavy stuff still a few hours away, but snow is falling as we near kickoff at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Buffalo Bills. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. This is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He's to the 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake. Allen. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll bring up 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. And he completes it to the tight end Knox. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, here's Breida. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second down and 8. Allen now looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And the Pats are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 76 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Hands it off out of the gun. Into the secondary again. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. His 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And this is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Flushed out right. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 41-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Check down to Breida. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. So the shotgun snap to Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Allen now on first down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Allen's throw is complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing now is Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
But they were in the red zone, and they needed a first down. Was it a surprise to you that they went to the tight end?
Not at all. I thought, though, the defense might put a little more pressure on him, but still able to complete it. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bills get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 26. Defensively that time they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Patriots are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. They find some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there for the Patriots.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
From the 30 on second down, Allen steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And that is incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a give to Breida. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
To the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. On the handoff, this is Breida. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Breida. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Here's Allen to throw it. His throw incomplete.
Now we've got third and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. On third down, a run from Breida. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. To the air, Allen. Rolling to his left. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Patriots get the football back. So they'd converted their first 2 fourth-down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that third one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 168 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
A gain of 3, second down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time to make sure you get in shape.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Flash the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Patriots extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Devin McCourty picks it off, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Hands it off out of the gun. And shedding through the tackle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 27, that ties Priest-Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Patriots have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hold. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Allen. Dancing to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Allen. A man over the middle, and it's complete. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. On 1st down, Allen. One last shot at the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And the Pats come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Patriots, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it's a slip-up that could cost them as they drop now to 12-3. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.